welcome to episode 50 of La Resurreccion. Yes, half a century into episodes. Quite surprised we made it this far, to be fair, but yeah, we're here. The longest series, well, it's been the longest series I've done on my channel for a long time, but 50 episodes I think is a fairly decent achievement. I think you will agree. And I just wanted to start the video off by saying thank you. Thank you to you guys for watching continuously. Thank you for the support. We've hit recently our highest ever subs figures, and I know 76 at the time of recording is a tiny number in comparison to some people, but to me it means a lot to know that there's 76 of you who are actually bothered about what I upload, and watching it on a regular basis means a hell of a lot to me. So I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. Now let's get on with the episode, and since we've been together it's been a bit of a torrid time in all honesty. As you can see, not a win in the month of March was a little bit disappointing. So I believe the last episode was Fiorentina and Celta Vigo. So obviously we know what happened in that one. We then followed that up with a 3-2 win over Villarreal. A really good win, considering they are one of the teams we were chasing for European football. But since then it's been pretty poor. A 2-2 draw away at Girona, really disappointing. 2-0 down in that one as well, and we rescued it very late on. We then drew 0-0 in the home leg against Monaco, and after that result I debated showing the second leg, because there's always a chance that we could go through. We then lost 1-0 to Alaves, which was really disappointing, and started our run of 3 defeats on the bounce. As you can see, there wasn't much point showing you the second leg against Monaco. We got beat 4-2. And actually, it was a bit of a certainly back and forth first half. They went 1-0 up, we equalised, Ure put them ahead again, and then we equalised again. Sanchez being the one getting both goals, but then 2 early goals in the second half really killed us off. And as you can see just from their goal scorers, Monaco have got such a good team. It was always going to be an uphill task for us, but a decent away performance. I'm not too disappointed with that. But then most recently a 3-0 defeat to Barcelona. Barcelona running away with this league so far this year, as we will be able to see. So yeah, with 9 games to go, they are 10 points clear. They've only lost 1 game all season. So yeah, we were absolutely dispatched. Let's be kind about it. Let's not use a rude word on this channel. But yes, it's not good. And as you can see, we sit 11th in the La Liga table. Our poor run of form has cost us 7 points adrift of Villarreal, and a number of teams a lot closer to us. We are closer to going backwards than we are to going forwards. So we need to turn this around, and fairly quickly at that. Not many games left of the season. We've actually got a game in hand on some of the teams around us, but we are playing in Valencia, who are in 9th place, is away from home, so that's always going to be a tough game as well. And then I believe we've got Eibar coming up later on in the episode, so hopefully we can get a win in that one, as they are getting a little bit adrift. As you can see, Eibar at home. In transfer news, just been having a look around in terms of like freebies and stuff. There's quite a lot that takes my fancy this year. I'd show you the people that actually I've been looking at. Don't normally sort of do this, but as you can see, a number of good players that are coming out of contract, and ones that I've been keeping my eye on. We've actually agreed to sign Marcos Alonso. He's going to come in at the end of the season. Left back is an area that desperately needs to be strengthened, as you obviously know. And now we've got Alonso and Mario Rui coming in. Of course, Alonso 33 now, but he's still got some really good stats considering his age. Not the worst physically, acceleration and pace. Again, not the best, but he is 33. You come to expect that. And still decent all-rounder. So we know how good his left foot is, so hopefully he can be a real asset to us. But as you can see, a number of players. Draxler is one that I would love to get in. He's not in too much wages either, but he won't talk to us at the moment. A lot of these players want to sort of run their contract down even more, get closer to the end of their contract before they make a decision. As you can tell, a lot of these players getting on in age a bit. Draxler only 30 though, so one player I'd love to bring in, likes of Hamzik, Higuain, players on a lot of money that I doubt we'd be able to pick up. It might be the case that, if they do run out of contract and they don't get a new club later on in the window, their wage demands might go lower. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Trigueros, again, a brilliant La Liga midfielder. Zagoev as well. Chakvetadze is one that I really wanted, and he will speak to us, but his wage demands are just a bit too high for us at the moment. He's only 24 as well. He's a brilliant advanced playmaker. With Juan Pigo and someone we could definitely use. But I think even though we've got all this in wage budget, I think the maximum we could offer in wages was just below 100 grand, and he wanted like 115. We tried to negotiate, but he just wasn't interested. So yeah, hopefully later on in the window we'll be able to get something sorted for him, or towards the end of the season rather. But again, you've got the likes of Hector Herrera, Mkhitaryan, all getting up there in age, but really good players, may be able to add something to this side. But anyway, that's enough about transfers. Let's get into the meat of this episode. So, Valencia away. This is the team that we are going to be using to take on Valencia. So, Rajkovic in goal, Inigo and Lowe at fullbacks, Keenan and Kulu at centre halves, Rolon in the defensive midfield, Van der Beek and Sanchez in the central midfield, Santos on the right, Muller on the left, and Piatek up top. We're going to be up against it, so hopefully we can grind out a result. So the games begin. We begin with a kick-off in our black kit, Valencia in their usual white kit, of course. Looking at their team, I was quite surprised at how many real-life players they have. I know most of our team is comprised of, but we do, the youngsters, Hontoria, Kion, we do use young players quite a lot. So to see that they had so many real-life players was a little bit interesting. They must be getting up there in age, as Van der Beek had the shot that was saved and the corner comes in, but I think that will probably be the end of the highlight. Indeed it is. But they do have a good side, Valencia. Of course, they won La Liga last season, so they've had a bit of a fall from grace. But Minir up top, Kondogbia, as we can see on the ball there, Kolasinac. They've even got Ross McCrory as well from Scotland, which is interesting, as William Carvalho has a shot. Rajkovic made a bit of a meal of that one, but he puts it behind for the corner nevertheless. Munir now with the corner. Back to Guedes. Going to get a shot in. He does, but it's blocked. And it could have been a counter on there. Well, very little else happened in that first half, and we go into half-time at 0-0. And I'm going to say to the players, they've got nothing to lose. Don't want to put the pressure on too much. But then say, you believe you've got what it takes, and hopefully we can nick something in this second half. I've been debating as well. Obviously, FM20, we had the features announced last week, I think it was now. So yeah, everyone getting a bit hyped for that. And yeah, I've just been thinking about my FM20 plans and, what I'm going to do on this channel. This is unconfirmed as of yet, but I don't think I'm going to do a beta save. I think I'm just going to head straight into my main save. I've been having a bit of a think as well about what the main save is going to be. I normally don't decide literally until the day. Santos, can he bury it? Oh, he hits the bar. Yeah, I don't normally think about my save until literally the day I get it. I sort of just look at the teams and then act on impulse, which may be a little bit bad, as I met, bit of pre-planning probably wouldn't hurt. But, I like to keep myself on my toes almost, if you like. But I've been trying to do a little bit of pre-planning. I think it's going to be in England, but I think it's going to be a lower... Sanchez has scored! Unbelievable! 15th goal a season for Sanchez. What a remarkable season he's having from midfield. And he puts us 1-0 up away at the Mestalla. Well. Did not expect that for sure. And I think we're going to make a change, actually. Piatek hasn't had much involvement today, so we will bring on Milik. And Milik, real disappointment this season. I keep getting messages from Xabi Alonso, actually, is the manager of Napoli. And he keeps messaging me saying, well, I keep getting messages in the inbox saying, oh, you're not playing him as much as we agreed. It's like, yeah, but one, Piatek's having an absolute worldy season as Wilfried Zaha grabs the equaliser, which is a little bit disappointing, but probably fairly, probably fair to be honest, looking at the stats. But yeah, Xabi Alonso keeps saying, oh, you're not playing enough. Well, one, Piatek's having the season of his life, so I'm not going to drop him. And two, whenever I do play Milik, he's an absolute turd. So why should I, why should I risk my team just for you? And he's not happy about it, but, I'm not going to change him just for him. A couple of changes need to be made. Inigo's having an absolutely terrible game. And, Not Rafael. Who's Rafael Santos? No idea. Renato Santos is going to come off. Just need to work out who I'm going to shift around. We'll bring on Juan P on the right hand side. We know he can play there. But 10 minutes to go, and one apiece it stands at the moment. I'll be very happy if we can come away with this one with a draw, considering our run of recent games. And it looks like it could. Oh, I've spoken too soon. 2 minutes to go. Van der Beek with a great header. Can we break forward now? Sanchez bombing forward. Good tackle by Lacaviste, I'm going to go with. I think he's a regen that came on. Now Valencia can come forward. Guedes running at players. We know he loves to do so. Shot straight down the throat of Rajkovic. And a minute to go, and there's another highlight. Robles launches it long. Gabriel Paulista heads it out of play. With a minute to go, well, just over 30 seconds to go now. Is there going to be one last chance? Why is Nkulu taking the throw? Never mind. Throws it to Milik, Juan P. I look forward to Van der Beek and Milik, Sanchez, Robles. Come on, boys. One last hurrah. Can we get the ball in the box? No, the ball from Van der Beek is poor. Goes out for a throw. But still, 1-1. If you'd offered me this at the start of the game, I would have bitten your hand off for it. So, very pleased. I tell the boys they were excellent today. Try and boost morale a little bit. And we move on to Eibar in a few days' time. And I'll bring that to you in just a second. Okay, it's game day number 2, and I have some important information. We have made an offer to Jack Vertazzi that he has accepted. 96 grand a week was the minimum that he would accept. We've thrown a crap ton of clauses in there, as you can see. 5-year deal, yeah, he's got every clause under the sun. But, yeah, just to guarantee we get him, really. Yeah, there we go. God, I was worried about that for a second. Yeah, so that would be amazing if we can get him in. He won't be the highest paid player, actually. Piatek earns exactly 100 grand a week. We're going to be a little bit over our wage budget, but that'll, of course, even itself out when players leave as well. Simawes has just signed... Where's Simawes? There he is. He's just signed an additional 1-year contract. His contract was running out at the end of the season, but he's a good rotation option, still solid, despite being 34. He's only going to be a backup. So yeah, decent options. I mean, still some really good mentors. Some of the technicals aren't bad either. And actually, physically, he's not bad. So, you know, for a 34-year-old, sorry, he's a good rotation option to have. But yeah, just another 1-year deal. He has taken a bit of a wage cut as well, which really helps us out. But yeah, a bit of rotation for this game against Eibar. Fitness, a bit of an issue. Some players not playing particularly well. So we're going to give a chance to some of those who don't regularly feature. So Rajkovic is going to be in goal. Robles in at right back, Lowe at left back. Maru Rui is back in the first team squad, but he's still going to be out for a while. He might be back around the last game of the season. We'll have to wait and see. Keane and Flavio Ramos in centre halves. I'm actually going to swap those two around. Van der Beek and Sanchez in the middle of the midfield. I'll swap those two around as well. Renato Santos on the right. Juan P comes in the number 10 role to replace Rolon, obviously in the change of formation. Kiko is going to be out on the left. That is because Müller is struggling for fitness. As you can see, not involved at all today. Only 86% conditioning. And Emilio Cajon is on international duty along with Hontoria, the under-20s? Under-19s for Spain. So, yeah, he's unavailable. And Michael Santos is going to be up front because, yeah, our strikers are all pretty bad. And I just thought, why not? Let's give Santos a go. He is actually going to leave at the end of the season. He's already made it clear he's going to leave on a Bosman. His contract up. The two right wingers as well, Kiko and Santos, their contracts are up at the end of the season as well. So a few players that are going to be leaving. Oh, look at that. Kellyanne plays in goal for them still. How nice is that? Good to see him. What was I saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah, contracts. So, yeah. No one else has said anything yet. But, yeah, Michael Santos already made it clear he's going to leave at the end of the season. There we go. Sorry, just had to do the tunnel interview questions. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see with the other players. Likenesses, Santos and Kiko. Probably let them go, to be honest. Santos already decided I won't be able to negotiate with him. So it'll be an interesting summer. A few players going out and older players at that. So it might be good for the squad. Bit of a refresh as well. In terms of right wingers, there's one area really that since the start of the series, I've never really addressed, because we had Kiko and Santos were here, but I think in the first season when we were in the second division, they were both out on loan. Oh, I think we've got a penalty here. We do indeed, and it is going to be Michael Santos to take the penalty. A little bit innocuous there, but anyway, Santos steps up and he just about squeezes it in. I think Kellyanne gets a hand to it, but not enough to keep it out. And we take a 1-0 lead. I keep interrupting myself and forgetting what I was saying. Oh yeah, right wingers. Yeah, Kiko definitely was out on loan. I'm pretty sure Renato Santos was as well, because we bought Cabo at the start of the series. I can't remember who else we had out there, but then Kiko come back from his loan. I'm pretty sure Renato Santos was out on loan as well, and they come back. And since then, they've been exactly what we need. So we haven't really addressed that area. Just make this a little bit bigger. And then we've brought in that youngster who's been in the B team under 19s all season. We bought that youngster Jesus Munoz last season. You probably can't remember who he is either. But yeah, he's sort of developing okay, not as well as the other youngsters that we have, but there's certainly he can certainly come in and be maybe a rotation option for us if we can go out and find a first choice right winger. But yeah, maybe this summer is what we need. Maybe a little bit of a clear out, get rid of some of the deadwood, because as far as this is concerned, this will be our worst La Liga season, the way it's on course to finish, which is a bit disappointing. I'd rather it go the other way, considering in our first season in La Liga, we finished in the top 3, which is a fantastic achievement. But ever since then, we've just gone backwards, and I'm not really sure why, because I always feel like the squad's been getting better and better, but we seem to just be getting worse and worse. So, yeah, maybe clearing out some of the older players, bit of the deadwood, and yeah, just getting some new faces in. Maybe a change of tactics, or maybe not necessarily a change of formation, but maybe the style we play or the roles we play is in order. Because I've been fairly rigid with my tactics, and yeah, maybe it's not, maybe it's just time for a bit of a freshener in a lot of aspects next season. So we'll have to wait and see. But we've gone right towards the end of the game actually. Juan P on the edge. Someone going to get a shot in. Sanchez. Juan P. Good save there by Kellyanne. Kiko will recycle out to Renato Santos, and we win the corner. But yeah, so much talking. I've completely ignored substitutions or anything. But Santos to whip another corner in, aims for the far stick. It goes all the way through. I might thought there might be a penalty in the offing, but it's not to be. But a few players tired. I think I will just make the one change. Van der Beek, the most tires, we'll just bring on Roland. That's an easy sub to make, and I think Sanchez picks up a knock. Excellent. Santos with a corner out to Kiko. Can we put the icing on the cake? Cuts inside, shoots just wide. But I think that is going to be that. Referee, we're over a minute over the allotted time. Blow your whistle. Don't do this. Don't do this. Yes. Yes, Santos. Oh no, get it clear. Get it clear. Thank you. Ref. Oh god. Right, at least it's back with their keeper. Blow the whistle. No. Ref. No. Oh, you're joking. What is the referee doing? Why is he not blown? It's gone all the way back to the keeper. We're over 2. Oh, this is ridiculous. I was feeling so good about this as well. And we've... Oh, my word. I had no words. We were the better team that game. There wasn't many highlights, but we dominated, really. Oh, that's so frustrating. Well, that just emphasises what I've said, doesn't it? Although, I can't blame the players for that. The referee's an absolute shocker. Why are you playing 2 minutes? Well, that's not how I wanted our 50th episode to end. But here it is, a 1-0. 1-0. Feels like a defeat after that. A 1-1 draw. Gets bottom of the table. Leaves us in 11th place. And if Getafe win their game in hand, we'll be down into 12th. I kind of need to be a bit concerned that I might lose my job, in all honesty, but we're within touching distance again of the teams above us. We just need a decent run to the end of the season. If we look at the teams we've got, Getafe, be a tough game, but Espanyol is a game we need to win. Gijón at home. Gijón? I said that properly for once. Sporting Chicken Goujon. There we go. Obviously, Sociedad and Sevilla will be tough games. Granada, again, another game we need to win. Madrid's a write-off. Betis, again, 2 home games to finish the season. Hopefully our confidence won't be too dented by the Madrid game. But, yeah, a little bit disappointing, but we will go through now to the end of the season. I think we'll finish the season off for you and then start the season a couple of episodes after that, start the new season anyway. But I hope you have enjoyed that. If you have, you're an absolute monster. But nevertheless, if you have, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more. As always, a link in the description to the FM Creators Discord. And again, just want to say thank you to the massive support that you've all been giving. It's really appreciated. And I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.